there will be anything left. That's it. They've already started painting over Garden Cove. This is it. This is why I came here dressed like this. There's a lot I've got to unpack, so forgive me. I've got to find a good place to start. I wanted to come here and first talk about what Artis Sidney meant to me as a person, why he mattered so much as a human being. Because, okay, when all this started, when I was called a fraud, and I was, my efforts were misunderstood, this is what it led to. This is what ended up happening. And it wasn't because I think anybody was trying to do harm. I think it was simply because there was a massive misunderstanding. The more I've been here, the more that I've talked to people, the more I understand the depth of what was lost. We didn't lose a grocery store. We didn't lose a building or a health food store here. We lost agency. We lost connection to our food and understanding on a level that we just don't have anymore. When you came to Garden Cove, Artis Sidney would actually talk to you about the size of fruit, about how to hold it, how to smell it, how to know if it was ripe, how to judge if it was good. And he actually taught me that the smaller a piece of fruit was, the better it was. And that's generally held to be true. And so I've carried that knowledge with me after Garden Cove closed for years. And I watched all of this erode. And in 2024, I watched it literally end up on a runway. I had never heard of Air One. I had never heard of really Balenciaga or anything like that. But when I saw food that used to be sold here and practically given away march down a runway, I knew there was something severely wrong. I knew that there was a massive void and there was a huge drift. And then I saw this place sitting here abandoned, and I thought, oh my God, it's still here. Oh my God. The little produce new arrivals board is still here. The dry erase marker is still here. Oh my God, there's still employee wear a hairnet sign. You know, those signs are still up in the building 10 years later. It felt like a miracle. I wanted to try to do something to preserve it. I wanted to open up another store here. Does that mean that maybe I'm the best person to do it? Has anybody else stepped up to do anything with this other than now what they're going to do, turn it into housing? Has anybody else said that this mattered? Because it did. And what we have today doesn't compare to it anywhere that you go. You name a store that actually has a piano at the checkout, a little table in the back where they're practically giving fruits and vegetables away, a place where your nervous system can relax because you can actually trust the food, because the person selling the food to you has actually talked to a farmer. They actually have some agency. They know what's going in the food. And then to have a connection to something as powerful as 3ABN. And over the time that I've been working on this, I've realized that's what's been lost. That not enough people have connected the whole issue with Loma Linda's erosion, because Loma Linda wasn't always unhealthy. Loma Linda wasn't always made with things like red number 3 and yellow number 6. Just like health food itself was never supposed to be expensive. It was never supposed to be paraded down a runway. And so that's why maybe my tone was harsh, because I thought it was ridiculous if somebody thought I was a fraud. Somebody who actually sees this, somebody who wants to save it, somebody who wants to preserve it. I didn't understand that from Artis's perspective, it's probably somebody coming in, taking your way of life, not just a store that you built, but your rhythm. Because to say that Artis was just a hero or that he did something great would be to flatten his actual role or his actual legacy, because what he actually did for this city made him more of a revolutionary and a visionary and a staple, not just a pillar, but a staple of the community. Because every Sunday he would go all the way to Atlanta to go get produce for us that far surpassed anything we have today at Whole Foods or Sprouts. You go to the grocery store now, your produce is coming from around 1,000 miles away. This is why it's turned into this. This is why it's been so eroded. And I'm not mad at anyone, because I found out that It's bigger than this, and it always was. That you couldn't try to contain it in a building. But I do think it's sad, and I can't believe that we're just gonna let it go. So here it is one last time, because we never forgot.
Oh, the light that carries